Oh, yeah, everybody. Are you ready to bring the pain this week for the Ultra Contrarian Show? Yeah. Yeah. So if you didn't catch my 200th episode of Bring the Pain, you need to go check that out because it's full of some knowledge, a little fun times. It's just a heck of a ride. But this is the Ultra Contrarian Show. This is the meat in the potatoes of the heat override and the Bring the Pain that want to come. Let's get right to it. Quarterback. I don't care what you say. Man, I'm Will Levison it all the way. You guys know that I already like my cheap quarterbacks. And you know, I like to punt another position that we're going to get to that will make sense once you see this. But Will Levis at 5,300 on DraftKings, 68 on FanDuel. That is, I mean, the 68 might be a little more like than you want to pay if you're really going to go cheap punt and stuff like that. Try to get the big guys in, stars and scrubs. But that for me is good. And he has been he's getting over 200 some yards every single game. If he gets a 2-3 touchdown game at that price, he more than over exceeds his salary and he just wins us money and he opens it up. Let's move along. Running back. The macho pick of the week, is Christian McCaffrey. I'm not scared to pay 92 on DraftKings and I'm not scared to pay 10,500 on FanDuel. Why? Because people are going to be scared to roster him. But yet I have a very contrarian lineup that's going to get us all points. That's going to make sense. And you can play around with with all my players because I put those players in the right position so that you can move things around. Hey, sometimes you got to throw in some chop too, man. We need some money savers this time, right? Especially if you got him in there. Wide receiver, DeAndre Hopkins. You already see where I'm going with this. This is you see it's coming right up. But DeAndre Hopkins, 6,000 DraftKings. We got 7,100 on FanDuel. So his FanDuel price is a little up there, but I will pay that. Is DraftKings? Oh, I love me always. I always have at least 58, 57, 61, 62 receivers. This is $6,000 right in the middle. Bread butter. Look, we all know that Derrick Henry is going to get his stuff, and we know it's going to be a hard game for Derrick Henry. But DeAndre Hopkins has been simply getting way too much targets right now because when you come off he's coming off an 11 target game. But then you go 6 when he 6 and then 11. Levis is getting him the ball, which only means that he can easily get a touchdown, go for over 100 yards, and he's going to catch those points. And at 6,000, it's not going to really take a lot of money. Yeah, he's going to be owned. Yeah, the stack might be popular. But the thing is sometimes you got to take that stack and make the best of it. And that's why adding Christian McCaffrey to that stack works so well. Oh, yeah. Tight end, Chig Okonkwo, $3,000 on DraftKings. And on FanDuel, he is 4,800. That's actually perfect. I love it when my tight ends are under $5,000 on FanDuel. It gives you that extra money. And we're going to get to something real quick, but Okonkwo is getting the work. And no, I don't think he's going to put the work out that a TJ Hawkinson or a Mark Andrews can do. But we're looking for at least 4 to 5 targets in a game that he maybe targeted. Now, he went the whole game last time, not getting those targets till late, but he got them. He got it done. He got a decent enough points to make you stay competitive. But that salary you can save. Go any way you want. But if he goes 3 for 44 and catches a touchdown, you saved your salary. And that's all that's what I'm doing, trying to do the best for all of you so that you can move this. If you want to come off of him and save some more money, hey, this line's going to have more. The Very Contrarian Lineup on DraftKings has money left over. So you can go any way you want. Ooh, yeah. So let's move along. Defense. Cincinnati Bengals. Why? Well, first of all, both sites have a discrepancy on the price. So DraftKings has them priced down at 2,800, which is perfect for defense. I've always loved paying 2,800. That's like the bee's knees price for a defense that's going to rock on DraftKings all the time. Go check the history. It's always like 27, 28, man. Right there. It gives you that good defense, right? And I'm not scared, man. I'm not scared with the Bengals. Yo, dude. So you're saying, right, I get that CJ Stroud is coming off 5 touchdowns, but CJ Stroud ain't throwing 5 touchdowns against the Bengals in Cincinnati. The weather is getting, colder in these areas, right? And at the same time, he still has to deal with that front. He still has Logan Wilson in the middle. He still has Dak's still in the back, man. Like, there's still some players on this team. And Hubbard in the middle. Like, They are going to clock. In Houston right now, the run game's atrocious. So that means that they're just going to be in pass rush most of the game. Cincinnati, that is. So that's going to give you great IDP plays as well, too, since Houston's most likely going to be working the corners and the safeties a lot and over a little bit over the middle, because that's, what's big right now is Cincinnati does give it up to the tight end. And when you have Dalton Schultz coming in, that's a big play. 4,900. He's always been a sneaky guy, but his price is up now. Yeah, he's a great play. You want to move things around, but 2,800, 44 on FanDuel, 44. Like, Cincinnati is like near the bottom on DraftKings, and Cincinnati's defense is near the top on FanDuel. What does that tell you? That means that FanDuel wants you to pay up for that defense because they know that CJ Stroud is going to have a down week this week. And I'm not saying that, like a down week is still like 250, 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's still a solid week. But because that price is driven up now because of the 5 touchdowns, people are going to chase that. And that's going to end. The Cincinnati offense is going to have to rely more on the running game. They got injuries right now. And, Chase is questionable with the back. He's probably going to most likely play from what I see. People are going to be jumping on Tyler Boyd for wide receiver. So that's something cheap too. But we all know that there's a cheaper receiver out there as well. So with everybody jumping to Tyler Boyd, they're going to be jumping this other guy. He's in the very contrarian lineup. Hey, we got to do something. Got to save money. So let's get to it. The very contrarian lineup this week. DraftKings is going to be Levis, McCaffrey, Harris, or Warren, because there's $300 left over on this. So you can go Warren. But, Harris is 4,900. With the 300, you have that little range too. If you want to work a receiver in around that, that's your choice. If you want to, move out my flex and move my flex into the running back, because we'll get there anyway. So Levis, McCaffrey, Harris, D-Hop, Keenan Allen, Brandon Powell. There it is. You knew it was coming. Okonkwo, Aaron Jones, Cincinnati defense, and you get $300 left over. Let's move it over to FanDuel. How'd you change it up a little bit? Because, of course, the Bengals defense was a little more expensive. So we got Levis, McCaffrey, Jones, Hopkins, St. Brown, Powell, Okonkwo, Harris, Arizona defense instead of the Bengals defense. You have no money left over. Now, with the Harris, if you like that, you're going to get those points out of Jaylen Warren and you want to sway and you want to get that points, and maybe Warren ends up getting that touchdown instead of Harris, then that sway really could get. And the biggest discrepancy is on FanDuel. So since they're only 100 points salary away from each other on DraftKings, it's Harris is 6,500, and I want to say that Warren is 5,700. So then you're moving your flex player to somebody that could be really cheap. So therefore you can come off of the Arizona defense, or if you want to use that money and try and go up from St. Brown to Allen, that's your choice. That's your water, whatever way you want to play with it. That's the very contrarian lineup. Head over to Dr. Roto right now. Read all the articles. Get Dr. Roto's Visionaries that just came out today. Check out the Bring the Pain 200th episode. It's just a total riot. Get a little history on that one too. Get a little fun, you get a little respect. That's how it's going to roll. And this is going to be it. The very contrarian lineup. Let's go cash. Let's go smash. And always remember to bring the pain. May the points be with you. And let's smash these slates. Oh, yeah.